Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Mira with Star Sisters Intuition, and for today's reading we are looking at how you can open up your energies to love. I feel like this is a very important reading because love is like the highest level in terms of frequency, and that will draw to us all of the things we're trying to manifest so easily. So finding out how you can be more open to that energy is very important in my opinion. So we're going to pick 4 cards, and those will be the 4 piles. And this deck is ready. Okay, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and oops. Okay, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I'm going to add the crystals right now and I'll be right back. And here we have the crystals. For pile number 1 you have a rose quartz heart. For pile number 2 you have a clear quartz. It's an aura quartz, so it's like a rainbow aura quartz tower. For pile number 3 we have a selenite heart, and for pile number 4 we have an amethyst. So pick whichever pile, number, card, or crystal is calling you most, and that will be your pile. Trust your intuition, it's going to guide you to the correct pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hi pile number 1, this is your reading. You have chosen the rose quartz heart. I'm gonna put your crystal right here, and let's take a look at your main card. You have wonders. Wow, that is so interesting because pile number 2 has the clear quartz or the rainbow aura quartz tower, and that's literally what we have on this. So maybe some of you are drawn to both, and maybe the two are linked in a way. Yeah, let's get your tarot cards now. I'm going to keep this right here. What I kind of get with wonders, is in order to open yourself up to the energy of love, I think you need to start exploring, and maybe there's like an underlying curiosity in you, and you need to follow that curiosity, because I think it's trying to lead you down a specific path, or it's trying to show you something, and maybe we've been ignoring it for a little bit. So I think it's calling you to start embarking on following your curiosity. Okay, now we're going to take 2 cards from this deck. All the decks that I'm using will be listed below on how you can open yourself up to the energy of love. How can pile number 1 open themselves up? Okay, so clearly ready. Now we're going to take 2 cards from this deck to find out how pile number 1 can open themselves up to the energy of love. How can pile number 1 open? I think it's ready. I see this one right here, and this one right here. Okay, so for your first card we have the Queen of Pentacles. We then have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune, or the Enchanter's Wheel. And lastly we have the 5 of Pentacles. A lot of pentacle energy here. And with the Wheel of Fortune I'm seeing like cycles, so maybe there's a cycle going on, but I'm going to take a second to really understand your cards, and I'll be right back. So since we start off with the Queen of Pentacles here, right next to the 4 of Pentacles, I think I think in order to open yourself up to love, you need to start knowing your worth, accepting and understanding your worth. I think maybe there's aspects of you or parts of you that tend to sell yourself short, and it causes pain and hurt. And also because we have this pentacle energy, I think it's about taking it slow and not trying to rush into things. So another message I just got is that some of you might also be trying to rush into relationships in order to find this this energy of love. But really, that love is within you. And so I think it's about opening yourself up to your true worth, because it seems like you're denying your true worth a little bit, and like your inner self is so worthy, your soul is so powerful and strong, and yet there's like aspects of you that's trying to deny it, or maybe like comparing yourself to others as well is kind of what I got. So in order to open up to love, you have to start believing in yourself. You need to start seeing your true worth and understanding that just like the Wheel of Fortune, everybody has their down days, but you know that the wheel is going to turn. Your fortunes are going to turn, and they'll start turning when you start seeing your worth, when you truly put yourself on a pedestal, not of like thinking yourself better than others, but knowing your worth so that people cannot take advantage of you. And you, like, it's like self-respect, having that self-respect and clear boundaries to be like, okay, I'm okay with this, but I'm not okay with that. And if somebody tries stepping over or invading your boundaries, you let them know. It doesn't have to be in a harsh way, but like you kindly but firmly let them know, like, hey, this is my boundary and you're overstepping it right now. And that right there is knowing your worth and knowing and having self-respect. Because without that, you can't really love yourself, and so that loving energy that comes from within is kind of laying dormant. I'm gonna pull 2 more oracle cards to see any last messages. Okay, let's pull 1 card from this deck. How can pile number 1 open themselves up? Ooh. I'm kind of feeling these two. So, and then 1 card from this deck. How can pile number 1 open themselves up to love? How? Ooh. Wow, it's like the message is so clear, which it is, like self-respect. That's what I got. So, I'm sorry my camera cut out, but we have Moth Spirit, Surrender Now, Lizard Spirit, Dream the World into Being, and Mutually Beneficial Venture. It says, there is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. Okay, so with Moth Spirit, I just got another message that maybe some of you might be overworking yourselves, and not like that kind of leads into that self-respect and that knowing your worth. Because if you're overworking yourself, you're not giving time to your body, your mind, and your soul to heal, to relax, to just take some time for you. There might just be some parts of you that you're not taking time for yourself. And I feel like the Moth Spirit is here to tell you that now is the time to take that vacation if you want. Take the time for yourself. You know, wander. Like, I know it says wonder, but I just thought of wander. Like, go out and do things for you. With the Wonders and Lizard Spirit, I feel like it's like that dreamy state. What do you really want? you know, literally like it says, dream the world into being. Dream your world into being. How do you want to live your life? What kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? I think that's why you have this mutually beneficial venture here, is because it's asking you to pay attention to the people in your life, the people that you're bringing into your life, because you're manifesting that. So pay attention to who is in your life and whether they are in alignment with you and how you would wish to lead your life, live your life. Are they in alignment with how you wish to live your life? So in this book right here on Moth Spirit, I'm going to read to you a line because as soon as I saw it, I thought it was just so fitting. It says, hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when Moth Spirit appears, it is time to consider if you have gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty or even to a person may be your current vice. And I kind of saw that with, you know, not knowing your worth, because oftentimes when we don't know our worth, we end up going down paths that are not serving us, and so we indulge in things that don't benefit us. You know, we don't do what we're truly being called to do, what brings us true happiness. Rather, we tend to do things that continue to put us in a state of dismay and like a not loving state. So I think your current advice is exactly that. Start finding your true worth. You know, see yourself as the beautiful soul that you are. And by doing so, you'll start to bring and draw to you the experiences that you want in this life. The things that are going to keep you in that high frequency, in this mode of loving energy. And there's also, I just got another message. There's probably aspects of you that feel lonely, and that might be what's leading you to not know your true worth, because through your loneliness, you end up taking on other people's idea of you or other people's idea of themselves in order to please others. And so, like right now, you're being called to not do that. You know, people are great and we can all benefit each other, but we can't benefit each other if we're not at our own, like individually, if we're not at our highest frequency or at a high frequency, because then we're doing a disservice to ourselves first and foremost. You know, our energies are so beautiful. Utilize your beautiful energy, know your worth. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I really feel like Spirit wants me to basically, you know, put this into your mind that you really need to know your worth. And maybe this means like just reevaluating who you surround yourself with, because maybe the people you surround yourself with are not really who you want to be similar to, or who you want around you. Anyways, pile number 1, that was your reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. If you liked this reading and it resonated with you, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when we upload. Thank you. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. You have chosen the Rainbow Aura Quartz Tower, and this is your reading. So let's check out your main card. You have Illumination. So how can you open yourself up to the energy of love? I kind of just got a message illuminating from the inside. we'll see what this entails. So we're going to pull 2 cards from this deck to find out how pile number 2 can open themselves up to the energy of love. How can pile number 2 open themselves to the energy of love? Ooh. Thank you. Okay, and we're going to take 2 more from this deck. How can pile number 2 open themselves up to the energy of love? Thank you. Okay, so we have the 5 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the Empress reversed, and the Emperor. So right off the bat, what I'm seeing here is that there needs to be some balancing in your masculine and feminine energies. I think right now you might be a little too much into your masculine energy, which is causing your feminine energy, that nurturing and caring aspect of you, to kind of be buried. So you might be overworking yourself, or yeah, like you're maybe a little too driven, and that might be why we have the 5 of Swords here as well, is because, like, you know, in this relentless pursuit, you might be hurting yourself because you're like seeking these things that are not bringing you the right kind of satisfaction. So you might be hurting yourself in this process, and I think it's asking you to take a step back and to start nurturing yourself, just like kind of like how this penguin is patting this child on the head to be like, it's okay, you know, like, it's okay, you've gotten hurt, but you know, we can heal that and we'll move forward, we'll do better next time. So what I really see here, how you can open yourself up to the energy of love, is by finding a balance between your masculine and your feminine energy, by utilizing your feminine energy to nurture your masculine energy, is what I get. So being sure to take a step back, take some time out for yourself, maybe go on a vacation. And with illumination, I think what it's trying to say is to start like bringing light to where you're maybe hurting yourself, illuminating where you're being hurt, so that you can start healing and moving forward. You know, maybe illuminating where you're spending too much of your energies, because we also have the 2 of Pentacles. It's not balanced, you know, like I said, there needs to be a balance. Your energies are being spent way too much in one area and not enough in the other. And so it's time to start finding that balance. I also find it interesting, like, because you have the 2 of Pentacles and then the 2 children here, as well as the masculine and feminine energies here. So it's like really finding a balance in your life, so you're not overexerting yourself in certain areas and neglecting other areas. It seems like you might be neglecting yourself and your inner child. Maybe there might be aspects of you neglecting your inner child, or maybe there's hurts and past traumas from your childhood that have yet to be dealt with, and it's keeping you from opening up to that loving, that frequency of love, that energy of love. Okay, so now we're going to take an oracle card from this deck to find out more information. How can pile number 2 open themselves up to the energy of love? How can pile number 2, thank you. And we'll take 1 oracle card from this deck. How can pile number 2 open themselves up to the energy of love? I also kind of got like maybe you're trying to set something up, like, you know, if you, this one right here, you might be trying to set up your life, your career, something like that, and that's what's leading you to go so hard. But you don't want to reach burnout, because if that happens, then all that effort that you put in is not really going to serve you. Okay, so we have the whale spirit. Trust the great mystery. Oh my, okay, this makes so much sense. So, like I was saying, if you're trying to set something up, you might also be concerned that, you know, the process, and like you're concerned about the overall process of whatever it is that you're trying to set up. And maybe through that, you're not allowing some things to just naturally unfold, and it's causing you to be unbalanced, and that might also be what's causing this like hurt. So like just trust, wow. So anyways, just trust the mystery and just go with the flow. So you also have, that's interesting because this came out in pile number 1. And if you were called to, go check pile number 1, because there is definitely a message there for you. Anyways, with this mutually beneficial venture, and with the masculine and feminine, like this is kind of different than pile number 1, but what I get here is like a mutually beneficial venture with yourself. So finding that balance between your masculine and feminine will really help you in whatever it is you're trying to pursue. I hear that you're trying, the reason you're having this imbalance is because you're pursuing a career or maybe a business or something, and it's causing a little bit of this imbalance. And so with this, by working to, like, by bringing that balance, you'll be able to move forward so much quicker and more efficiently than you currently are right now, is what I kind of get. I also think it will be so much more beneficial for you and whatever it is you're pursuing, because you'll be able to do it with a relaxed and calm state. Like the whale, when they move and they come out of the water, they're such a big creature, and yet they do it flawlessly. There's no like when you see it, it doesn't look like a struggle to come out and come for air. They just do it, you know. So just allowing that flow to happen, just bringing that balance, and definitely taking some time out to treat yourself, to go and do whatever it is that you're being called to do. Take a vacation. I keep seeing vacation, so, you know, and with all the water here, I kind of feel like it might have to do with a vacation, like an island vacation or a retreat of some sort where you're near water. Some of you might be drawn to water as well, and working with water could be very beneficial to you. So that was your reading, pile number 2. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I am so grateful and blessed to be able to do this. I hope this reading helps you and that you're able to find this balance and thrive in the most amazing ways. If you like this reading and it resonated with you, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified when we upload. Thank you. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. You have chosen this beautiful selenite heart. We're going to put this right here. And let's get your card. New beginnings. That's very interesting. Okay, so I'm getting something with this, but I'm gonna explain it after I take a look at your tarot. Alright, let's pull 2 cards from this deck on how pile number 3 can open themselves to the energy of love? How can pile number 3 open themselves to the energy of love? I'm getting these two right here. And now we'll take 2 from this deck, because it's kind of interesting. I just saw, this is the full card, and you have the new beginnings, and I don't know why this just popped out. It was at the bottom of this deck. So there's definitely a strong, like, new, something new energy here. All right, how can pile number 3, whoa, open themselves? Okay, this is evidently ready. Let me fix this and I'll be right back. All right, so for your first card, we have the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, for your second card, we have Death. Makes sense, new beginnings and death. Okay, we then have the Chariot. And we have the 7 of Wands reversed. Okay, I'm going to take a second to understand your message and I'll be right back. So the big message that I'm getting here is related to this new beginning card. Because you have the Queen of Wands right next to Death, both under the new beginnings, I'm seeing that there's definitely something new that you're working on here. And it could be a new career, it could be many things. It could also be a new relationship, maybe for some of you. And in order to open yourself up to love, I think you need to pursue this passion, this this endeavor, whatever it is. If it is a career, I think you need to start pursuing this new career, this new passion of yours. If it is a relationship, sorry about that. If it is a relationship, I think you need to start pursuing that relationship a little bit, not in the sense of being like desperate, but rather giving time to that relationship. And because it's next to Death, I hear 2 things. One is not becoming attached, because attachments can lead to like misinformed or not well made decisions. So I think releasing attachments will help you to open up your energies to love. I also find it interesting because selenite is directly related to the moon, and sometimes, like with the moon card as well, it can sometimes deal, or sorry, with the moon card, with the moon, it can deal with those like mysterious and unknown aspects of us. And anything you start new is going to be mysterious and unknown because it's foreign to you. So embracing that and really allowing your passions to kind of take the lead, so to speak. Not overthinking the decisions that you're making, because there seems like maybe there's a tendency to overthink, and because of that, maybe you've been kept away from allowing your soul and your intuition to just guide you. And what I kind of get here is that in order to open yourself up to that energy and that frequency of love, you need to start releasing that tendency to overthink. Releasing control and releasing attachment is what I get here. And then things are going to start moving really quickly, because you have the Chariot here and it just, the fiery wind, like things, you're going to be taken so quick on this journey. Like love is going to pour into your life so abundantly and quickly. The energy of love, mind you. And it does come from within. So it's coming from within you. And that's why you're attracting all of those experiences that continue to raise your vibration in that loving energy. With the 7 of Wands here coming reversed, I see that there might have been certain tendencies, again, like I was saying, to overthink or to constantly like butt heads or come into conflict with yourself is what I get. And I think you're, again, being called to like release that, put death to that that type of mentality or thinking pattern, because ultimately it's not going to serve you. Yeah, overthinking is just going to lead to more stress and anxiety. So by releasing that and just trusting the universe and opening yourself up again is going to allow for that yourself, your own frequencies to heighten, and through this you'll draw to you all of those heightened frequency experiences. It's unbelievable, but I just heard a door open right now, so I think that there is like something new coming into your life that maybe you have drawn, because it also seems like you are starting to raise your frequency, is what I see. And this reading might just be a confirmation or just that extra push that you need to continue the good work that you're already putting in. And because that door is now opening for you, so start taking that step, take that leap of faith is what I kind of get, because we also saw the Fool card before, so I think it's like take that leap of faith and you'll be well rewarded for it. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull one card from this oracle deck for any last messages for this reading on how you, pile number 3, can open. Whoa. Okay. Well, so many cards flew out, but we're going to take this one. And then we'll take one more card from this deck to find out any last information on how pile number 3 can open themselves up to the energy of love. And I'm just gonna find out what this is, and then we'll... Gentle moderation. Take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you are trying to accomplish. Yes, like release, allow for that release to happen so that you can bring in that energy of love. I really think some of you are already doing this, and new doors are opening for you because of this. And this seems like just a confirmation, and like, again, that extra push you need to just go through with it. And then with the flamingo spirit and embrace the in-between, I hear two things. One, because it's like embracing that in-between transition period, and like I said, like new doors seem to be opening for you. Just being patient and continuing the work that you're doing, because maybe sometimes like we tend to become a little impatient because things aren't like coming as quickly as we anticipated. But what I see here is like your spirit guides are really calling you to be patient and just allow for this newness to come in, because you have been putting in that work. You're putting to death those things that need to be put to death and releasing those attachments, and it's really going to help you. And because I think these are walruses, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, the tusks on them remind me of like strength. So doing this with the strength that you have within you, like utilizing your strength to push you through this transition period. And the second message I got with the flamingo spirit, the second message I got from the flamingo spirit has to do with the flamingo itself. The flamingo can stand on one leg without any problems. it's so well balanced that they're able to stand on the one leg. So it's like that, like despite what happens during this transition period, just remaining balanced. And even if that means you have to switch off, your legs, like you have to maybe take some time to move forward and then take some time to just relax and take a break, doing that, allowing for that to happen so that you can move forward with a quicker pace. And that's going to keep you in that frequency of love, because you're treating yourself right. You're making sure you're not overworking or burning out or doing things like that. And in that way, you'll constantly be in that frequency, because you're taking care of yourself as well as moving forward. Like there's a good balance happening. And then for some of you, I got that maybe you are entering a new relationship. And so with that, I think things might be moving quickly, but even in that quickness, you can take your time to truly get to know that person. So that way you guys end up being able to like work together and grow at a quicker speed, because you're not having to stop constantly to reassess or to figure things out, because you've taken that time to get to know each other and you didn't just rush into anything. Even though I see that if it is a new relationship, things are moving rather quickly. And yeah, that was your reading, pile number 3. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this, and I hope that you continue to do what you've been doing and moving forward during this transition period. I hope this new opening and this new beginning that's happening for you is a great blessed period of your life. And if you like this reading, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to hit the bell icon if you want to see more videos. And yeah, I'll catch you in another reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. You have chosen the amethyst, and this is your reading. So let's take a look at your main card. We have, wow, transformation. It's so beautiful. All right. I'm gonna take your tarot cards now. I'll be taking 2 cards from this deck. Can we please get how pile number 4 can open themselves up to the energy of love? How can pile number 4 open themselves up to the energy of love? Thank you. Alright, we will now take this deck to get the remaining 2 on cards on how pile number 4 can open their energies to love. Okay, I'm seeing this one and this one. Okay, so we have the Sun card. Wow, transformation, the Sun. Golly. Alright, the second card we have is the Knight of Swords. We then have the Forge reversed, and we have Starlight. So the Forge is Temperance and Starlight is the Star card. Take a second to understand these messages and I'll be right back. So what I see here with Transformation and the Star card is, I feel like you just had your Tower moment. A lot of things have changed, and it's almost like you're in this new phase, and you've transformed into something different, something new. And it's kind of interesting because you have blue and yellow, and there's a lot of blue and yellow in the Sun card, a lot of blue in the Knight of Swords, yellow here, and blue again here. So I see that like that blue and yellow energy, which makes green, so which is funny because there's green here as well, and green has to do with the heart chakra, so it's like it's all really related, and that's just amazing to me. Anyways, with the Star card and transformation, I see that you've now stepped into this new phase of your like life, of your spiritual growth is kind of what I see here. Because you've had your Tower moment, the massive shifts have happened. You're transformed and you're completely like in a different way now. Now is the time in order to open yourself up to this energy of love. It's time to, one, bring back that childlike energy, that enthusiasm for life, the finding the beauty in life. The Sun card is like the best card in tarot, and because it's so illuminating, it's so like bright, and it just it's the sun. I mean, it gives life, it's creation. It's beautiful in all ways, and so allowing for that energy, that sun and creative energy to come in. And I think you're also being called to commit to something. So there's something here that maybe you've been a little... one second. I just got a whole bunch of messages at once. So first message that I got is, because you have Temperance reverse and transformation with two different colors, one wing, each wing has a different color. I see that you need to start finding balance in your life. I see like balance with your spiritual journey and the physical journey that you're on right now. And another message I got is finding time to immerse yourself in the beauty of this world, finding that beauty in this world. The third message I got was the thing that you are like this new thing that's coming in, this idea, or this new, whatever this new transformation has brought, or this transformation has brought something new. You're being asked and called to commit to it. So whether that's a new relationship, a new job, a new whatever, it could be anything. It could also just be like a new lifestyle too. Maybe you broke a habit of yours. The habit could have been, eating late and then going to sleep right afterwards. You could have broken that habit, and now you're being called to start truly committing to it and taking that action that's needed to commit to it. Because that's what I see with the Knight of Swords, is like taking action and committing, not going back to your old ways. The other thing is that maybe some of you are still transforming, and in order to go through and fully transform, you have to commit to the things that you're trying to transform. If this is a habit, for example, you want to wake up earlier, you need to start committing to that habit of waking up earlier. It's not enough to just do it 1 or 2 days. You need to make it a new habit. The new habit needs to be you waking up earlier, or whatever it is that you're trying to transform. If that's eating healthy, the new habit needs to be us eating healthy. That doesn't mean you can't have days where, for example, you have a lot going on, so you have to order out, or you're at a event or something and you need to eat whatever they have, because obviously you can't cook your own meal in that situation. so you need to allow for that flexibility, but in your daily routine, your day-to-day life, your daily routine, you have to make this commitment to that, whatever it is that you're trying to transform. And I think through that commitment, committing to yourself, I think by committing to yourself, you'll be able to truly bring in that energy of love, because you're going to raise your frequency, because you're starting to trust yourself more. You know, you're really putting your best foot forward for you, for your life, and that transformation is happening, and it's beautiful. It's so amazing. It's like this sun card, you know, it's bringing life to whatever area you want to transform. It's bringing that strong and powerful energy there. And that is going to draw you that love, that energy of love. And by doing that, you will see that your manifestations are going to come so much quicker than you've ever anticipated. And because you have 3 major arcana cards here, I'm seeing that this is not a small thing that you're trying to transform. I kind of get the feeling that you're trying to transform your entire life, all aspects of your life. If not all, then the majority of your life, the majority aspects in your life. I see that you're trying to transform that so you can start to raise your vibrations and raise your frequency, and so that you can start to manifest the things, the experiences, the things that you want to manifest. Also see that your soul is yearning for this transformation. It's almost like it's begging you, let's go, let's do this, you know, let's commit, let's get this done. I'm so ready for this, you know. And it seems like you are too, and it's just about, again, making that commitment to yourself to do whatever it is that you need to do in order to make this transformation happen. All right, so now I'm going to take one card from this deck in order to get any last information on this reading. Woo. And then one card from this deck to get last information on this reading. It also seems like there's some excitement happening, and I think staying in that mode of excited and happy and just being in that type of excited energy is going to help you a lot. So we have Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things, and we have distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. Yes, if that doesn't speak to this reading, I don't know what else will. There's being determined and going forward and committing, making that commitment, knowing that everything is possible. There is no limit to whatever. There's no limit in this universe. So knowing that everything is possible will help you to continue to move forward. And with 10 to the small things, I think, and Mouse Spirit, I think it's taking that time to really enjoy the small little things. So, the little achievements, because by achieving small things that work towards a bigger goal, we become more and more motivated as we achieve each small thing to continue on that path towards that big goal. Also, it's if anything comes up, for example, you hit a challenge or a roadblock, you're able to have that confidence and that commitment to move, to learn and to overcome that challenge. So yeah, take some time, really looking and evaluating the small things in your life in order to make this big transformation happen. And committing to yourself each and every day to do the things that are going to bring you the results that you want, because that is going to open you up to this energy of love, and it's going to really help to transform your life. And it's going to make your life so much more beautiful. That was your reading, pile number 4. I'm now closing your reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I'm so grateful to be able to do these readings. I hope this reading helps you and that you're able to transform your life and step into the powers that you have and that you are, and reach your ultimate potential. If you like this reading, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see more video. Hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye!